I just watched the 50th anniversary of Jaws. Should you? This movie looked good for 50 years old, man. It was suspenseful. I can't believe that it was like 50 years old and how great it was. I watched it on a humongous IMAX screen. It was a lot better than I was expecting to be. I haven't watched this since I was a kid. I probably didn't really like it then because it seemed boring, you know, when I was that old watching it. But if you can go see it, go see it. Amazing.
You yell shark, we've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
This is the Regular Dude Review Show. I'm Ryan Jacob, and I am at the cinema. I'm about to give the 50th anniversary of Jaws the Regular Dude Review. 4 categories, 4 scoops of popcorn. We'll see what size popcorn Jaws gets. Anywhere from no popcorn to a bucket. And don't forget to stay around for the skit too. It's probably gonna be hilarious. So first scoop is gonna go to story.
The beaches are open.
It was about a shark versus the local economy. I'm just playing, but like Steven Spielberg killed it. Very suspenseful movie. Like I was surprised at the suspense of it. It's okay dialogue for an old movie, you know. It was slow and steady pace, but very suspenseful. Original for its time. Robert Shaw had a monologue that was amazing. He killed that monologue. It's probably one of my favorite monologues. I'm gonna give story a scoop. Didn't have too many complaints about it at all. Second scoop is going to performance. Like, all 3 leads were great. All the supporting cast was great. There might have been a few characters that were slightly dry or whatever, but nah, it was a good. We're giving it a scoop. Third scoop of popcorn is going to theatrics. The theatrics were great. Now, the fake shark that they had hanging up, you could see that the eyeball was painted on and whatnot. That's all right. But like, there's some cheesy stuff like a bite in a boat that they showed. A little cheesy or whatever, but goodness. The score in this movie is amazing. That's just what sets it off, man. There was a jump scare in there that like took me by surprise. I jumped for real. I was not expecting that. There was a leg prop that looked pretty real compared to some of the other props that I seen in the movie. Brutal kill at the end. I enjoyed that. And then there was like a CGI plane or two, something going off in the sky. I don't know why it was there. It didn't need to be there. Why can't I think of the town's name? But they had the billboard, and it was the billboard that got vandalized, and on it said 50th annual regatta swim or whatever, and I was at the 50th anniversary. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. The theatrics, getting a scoop, man. Just getting a scoop. Jaws is amazing.
Amity is a summer town.
Fourth and final scoop is going to experience. Very suspenseful watch. Slow burn, you know, wasn't a whole lot of shark action going on, but they kept that suspense going. It was great. I definitely see why it was like the first blockbuster. Got to watch some kids almost get shot in the movie. Like, I'm sitting here wondering like why old people have kids, and I'm like, hold on, maybe they're not as old as I think they are, and they just look old because people back then looked older or whatever. But yeah, man, the experience as a scoop, it was great. It was great. We're going to tally up all these scoops for the popcorn size rating. I gave it 4 scoops for each category, full scoop. That is a popcorn bucket. Jaws gets a bucket. And like, honestly, how could it, man? Such an iconic movie. How could it get anything less than that? I enjoyed myself. It was suspenseful. Steven Spielberg brought you into the ocean with a shark. It was just amazing to see in IMAX. I loved it. I dragged my daughter along with me. I think she did enjoy it more than I thought, but she gives it a medium popcorn, which is honestly probably better than what I was expecting her to rate it. So I'm glad she didn't object to even coming. So that was cool.
And people are having a wonderful time.
So I'm gonna give you some post credits, all right? Used to call it bonus features. Spielberg told John Williams that the movie would have been half as successful as it was without his score in there, which is probably true because like it just added so much to the suspense. I was thinking about what if I watched this movie on mute, it probably wouldn't be as great. So when Chrissy's remains were found at the beach, Steven Spielberg was like, no, that looks too fake. It does not look good enough. So they buried a crew member in the sand, except for with her arm out. And that's what they used. Roy Scheider, he ad-libbed, you're going to need a bigger boat. That was dope. 67 million people came to watch this movie when it first came out. That was a third of the population of the United States when it came out. And that made it be the first summer blockbuster ever, at least in modern times. It was supposed to be released in 1974 during the winter time, but shoots had it pushed back to the summertime of 75, and that is how summer blockbusters were created, because the summertime was normally a dead time for the movies. So Robert Shaw had drinking problems, causing problems on the set. Richard Dreyfuss, he threw Robert Shaw's drink out into the ocean, and he was just all pissed off about it and causing problems and bullied him like for the rest of the movie, but for the rest of the shoots. But so Robert, when he delivered his monologue, was supposed to be drinking or drunk. So he was drinking for real, but he did horribly on that monologue. They couldn't use any of the takes, so he pleaded to Steven Spielberg to reshoot the shot the next day, and they killed it in one take. And I didn't know that until after I seen it. I was checking out some IMDb, and I'm like, wow, that's dope, because I really liked that monologue. It was great.
Yeah, they're all gonna die.
Synopsis scenario. When a massive killer shark unleashes chaos on a beach community off Long Island, it's up to the local police chief, a marine biologist, and an old seafarer to hunt the beast down. So for more regular dude reviews and movie news, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time at the cinema.
He's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes.